What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. In this video I'm going to be doing a preview for the fight coming up between Filip Hrgović and Zhilei Zhang. Now both fighters are undefeated, both fighters are tall, both fighters are stepping up, so this is going to be an interesting fight. Hrgović is orthodox, Zhang is southpaw, so there is that element to the fight. I think that with this fight, this fight here is going to show what Hrgović is made of, because Hrgović, he looks like he could go on and be a top level heavyweight, but as a pro, who has he fought? You know, he looks devastating against the opposition he's fought, but who has he fought? What's his chin like? These are questions that could very well be answered by Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei Zhang can punch. Zhilei Zhang has a hard straight left hand, and the straight left hand is the one that the southpaw is going to be looking for against the orthodox fighter. So, and I'm telling you, I know Zhilei Zhang has, you know, stamina issues, but I'm telling you, early on, Zhilei Zhang is dangerous. Zhilei Zhang is going to be dangerous early on. So, what you're looking at here is a fight where Filip Hrgović needs to be very careful early on. He needs to be very, very careful early on, because Hrgović is used to going in there and knocking out his opponents early. I think he needs to be more patient in this fight. I don't think he can just go in there and expect to knock out walk straight into Zhilei Zhang, or not literally, because he actually, Filip Hrgović boxes at range typically. But you think, you know, he's gonna get into his range, start unloading punches on Zhang, and expect Zhang to just you know, he expect to just knock Zhang out early. I don't think Hrgović can take that approach into this fight, because he might find himself walking into a straight left hand and finding himself on the floor. So I think that Hrgović needs to be more educated than, you know, needs to be more educated than that in this fight. I think lead hand control is going to be important in this fight. I think that Zhilei Zhang, with the stamina issues that, you know, took place in the Jerry Forrest fight, and also against Rudenko, he looked very good early, but then he slowed down. I think that Zhilei Zhang, one, needs to, you know, get into shape for this fight, and two, I think that he needs to see if he can hurt Hrgović early. Because if he is just naturally someone who hasn't got the best stamina, and he's 39 years old now, if he's naturally someone who's not got the best stamina, but he's got punch power, then he needs to put a sensible amount of effort in the early rounds, but still make sure that he can fight if it goes late. So I think that Hrgović needs to take his time, you know, try and get that lead hand control, try and use, you know, the superior, you know, he's younger, so, you know, he's gonna potentially have more stamina, be a bit quicker, you know, be able to, you know, that much sharper. You know, he's gonna have some advantages because he's younger. I think he needs to take advantage of that. I also think he needs to have a little look at Zhang, because Zhang is dangerous, particularly early. So I think he needs to have a look at Zhilei Zhang and not do anything stupid in the early rounds. And I think for Zhilei Zhang, he needs to test Filip Hrgović, because Hrgović hasn't been hurt as a pro, but then he hasn't fought top level competition as a pro either. So I think that Zhilei Zhang really needs to test the chin of Filip Hrgović. I think he needs to be looking for that straight left hand, which I have no doubt that's what he's going to be looking for. And as I say, with regards to Filip Hrgović, I think that Filip Hrgović needs to take a look at Zhilei Zhang. Maybe let Zhilei Zhang waste a bit of energy. You know, miss a few big left hands. If the guy apparently has stamina, you know, if he has stamina issues and you make him miss with big punches, that's going to drain him. You know, that's going to drain them. Have a look at him. Get the jab going, and you know, Filip Hrgović, he's shown he can hurt opponents. So, you know, there's no rush if he knows he can hurt the guy. So, I think Filip Hrgović needs to take his time. I think Zhang needs to have some urgency in this fight, and I expect a fight that's kind of not going to start off being the most active, because, you know, you've got orthodox and southpaw. Often that can be a low volume fight, and I think that Filip Hrgović, he wants to climb, you know, he wants to climb the heavyweight division. And I don't think he's going to want to come unstuck against Zhilei Zhang, and Zhilei Zhang can punch, so there is that danger there. So, just to conclude, you know, I think, you know, you got two unbeaten fighters here. You got both fighters who obviously are going to try and, you know, both fighters are tall and rangy. So you got two fighters who are tall and rangy. You got two undefeated fighters. You got two fighters who are going to want to have a world title shot. And you got two fighters who can punch. So you have something there for an interesting fight. I just think that Hrgović needs to take his time. He needs to take his time. There's no rush, you know. There's no rush. He's got 12 rounds to obviously do what he wants to do. Whereas Zhang, I think he needs that urgency. He needs a bit of urgency early on, so that he can make sure that, you know, he tests the chin of Hrgović. See what happens if he lands something hard, a straight left hand hard on Filip Hrgovic's chin, and see what happens from there. But making sure at the same time that he has energy for the later rounds. That's my opinion. I think, you know, Filip Hrgović, most people seem to think Filip Hrgović is going to win. Filip Hrgović is the more likely person to win. He's the younger guy. He's, you know, he hasn't shown vulnerability as a pro that Zhang has shown. So he's younger, hasn't shown as much vulnerability, and probably is a bit better. I say that Zhang, I'd say that, you know, I think Filip Hrgović goes into this fight as, you know, the fighter that most people expect to win. And I think that that is probably the correct way to see it. But I still feel like Hrgović is really untested. He's really untested. So I don't think it's as simple as, oh, Filip Hrgović is going to win this fight. I think Filip Hrgović, if he can get Zhilei Zhang tired, you know, first few rounds Zhilei Zhang loses his stamina, then it's very, very probable that Filip Hrgović wins this fight. But if Zhilei Zhang comes in good shape, he gets his tactics right with regards to testing Hrgović early, but not using so much energy that he's got none left, then I think it's an interesting fight. So who do you think is going to win? What do you make of the fight? And how do you see the fight going? Let me know. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell so you get a notification when I make a new video, and I'll see you on the next video.